Let me just pop up one of the maps. So this is Nigeria, right? Isn't it? Yes. The map. This is West Africa, isn't it?
Yeah, Nigeria.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somewhere here. So let's. This is the kingdom of Judah. The Judah, right? This is Emmanuel. This is Guilam Delay North West Africa map.
Is this
1707.
1707, and it's showing Judah.
Yes, in West Africa.
Isn't this around where Nigeria is?
Yes, exactly where Togo is.
A map from.
By the way, all those borders and countries you're mentioning are the divisions of the colonizers. By the way.
Oh, sorry, I'm just still a bit shocked. The map from 1707 is showing Judah.
Yes, there's a lot
in Nigeria.
Yes. In West Africa. Look at this. Look at Euphrates here.
Oh, river. Oh, wow.
Euphrates. You see?
Wow.
Euphrates River. So that's why we have that there. So then we can go back on the map and check. I mean, you could just go on. By the way, the reason why it took that long, like 5 years, is the time to design this. Okay, and to put all of these things there. If you, for example...
Sorry, you're so used to this information that your mind's not blurred. Me, I'm still a bit frozen. Yeah, I need to breathe a bit. No, I'm just shocked that I'm just...
We can have a commercial break.
Yeah, I'm seeing a map from 1707, and I'm seeing the Kingdom of Judah.
Yes.
Where Nigeria is.
Yes.
I am always amazed at how easily people are willing to give up their common sense, their logical thinking, as well as their own history of their own people because of a religious belief that was forced upon them. So he's looking at the 1707 map of West Africa. This 1707 map of West Africa is often used by the Power Rangers, the Purple Power Rangers, the Hebrew Israelites, as a way of saying that Jews were in Africa, and that the Jewish people that the Dahomey tribe captured and sold to the Portuguese and the Dutch, which most of them went to South America and the Caribbean, but that they sold to the Dutch and the Portuguese and shipped them off as slaves. And they're slightly only a little bit right. Is it true that the Dahomey tribe, the Dahomey kingdom, traded with the Portuguese and the Dutch in order to get weapons so that they can fight their wars against the kingdoms in and around them, around Benin, Togo, and all that area? Yes, they did. Did they get the kingdom of Judah? No, they did not. Let's look at a couple other maps. I mean, when we look at this map, I don't see kingdom of Judah. No. Up there in West Africa, I see Negrita RVMP region, which means the Black Lands. I see that. I don't see kingdom of Judah. I mean, when I look at this map, although I see the kingdom of Benin, above that, I see kingdoms of Zantara, kingdom of Catalina, kingdom of Gangara. I see all kind of other kingdoms. And when I look deeper at the rivers, none of those rivers say the Euphrates. They got different names. And hell, on this map, it's a big Negro land, Lower Ethiopia. It don't seem to say the kingdom of Judah nowhere near it. It calls the area that is Benin the Upper Guinea, right? You got Upper Ethiopia over there to the right. They just got all kinds of names that they just seem to want to name things. Finally calling the Atlantic Ocean. On other maps where it said Atlantic Ocean, that's called the Lower Ethiopian Ocean. And finally on this 1747 map, there's nothing that say Kingdom of Judah. There was no Kingdom of Judah. They call it Negro land. And then with smaller kingdoms of smaller tribes all built throughout. You see Negro land right there in the middle, which means black lands. There's no Kingdom of Judah anywhere within there. Do you see it? Do you see the kingdom? I don't see the Kingdom of Judah. I see slave coasts. I see the kingdom of Benin. I see all these other kingdoms. I don't see Kingdom of Judah. So I have a task for you. The task is I want you to go into your Google. I want you to type in Kingdom of Judah, Africa. And when you see Kingdom of Judah, Africa, first you're going to see the speculation of people saying some people believe that during the diaspora of Israelites, that they went into Africa. But what you're truly going to see at the end of that especially if your AI comes up first, it's going to tell you that the kingdom of Judah is the mispronunciation of the kingdom of Vayuda. And then it'll give you a Wikipedia of Vayuda. And then from the Wikipedia, you'll be able to search other information about Vayuda. You go into, as you're searching Vayuda, then go in and Google search Vayuda, kingdom of Vayuda. Pull up, go to images. You'll see maps that says kingdom of Vayuda. But the problem that you'll realize when you're reading it is that the Dutch had a problem being able to say Vayuda. So, since they couldn't say Vayuda, the closest thing that they had was Judah. This was the same with the Portuguese. They had problems saying kingdom of Vayuda, so they said Judah. Plus, they didn't really give two shits about it because they knew that the Dahomey were going and retrieving their slaves from that area, and they had sugarcane going on over here in the Caribbean and in the Americas. So they want to grab onto this. And here's what's funny. Oftentimes they want to say that, oh, the white man this and the white man's that. Some Hebrew Israelite or Power Ranger or somebody from Africa is going to come onto this video and they're going to say, oh, you're trusting the white man's information. Who made the 1707 map? Seems to me that you trust the same information from the same type of people as long as it fits your narrative. Who made the 1707 map? Did a black man make it? Did the Kingdom of Benin make it? No. So when they come and they say that kind of nonsense, I typically will ignore it. Well, I ignore it all the time. And then this gentleman is trying to say, oh, look, there's a river called Euphrates. There's a town in Georgia called Bethlehem. There's a town in Pennsylvania called Bethlehem. Matter of fact, there's about 20, 30 different Bethlehems in America alone. There's a town called Jericho in many different places of the world. There's a Jerusalem in Georgia. There's a Jerusalem in Pennsylvania. So colonizers came to West Africa, saw a river that spurned off into that came from 4 different points to create 4 rivers. And they named it Euphrates because it was reminiscent of what Genesis talks about when it describes the Garden of Eden. And you think that it's the real place because some European colonizers are the ones who called it Euphrates, called it the land, the kingdom of Judah. Please, someone, help me to make it make sense. Because these same people will cry foul when there's information that goes against them. And if a European colonizer wrote it, oh, you can't trust them, but you trust their map and their naming of rivers and kingdoms. The kingdom of Vayuda, people call themselves Vayuda, just like the Dahomey call themselves Dahomey. But you want to go with whatever the very people that you argue against call it, because you are so emotionally attached to this religion. People often ask me, what is the harm? What is the damage of allowing people to believe in this religion? Well, there was the damage. That is the harm. You negate who you are and you negate your ancestors. To go ahead and accept their information would be negating all the accomplishments and sufferings that my ancestors, who some of them come from Nigeria, some of them come from the area of Mali, some of them come from this area around Benin and Togo. You would be asking me to ignore all their accomplishments and all their suffering, everything they've overcome and everything that's taken them down, their entire history. Just like for my family member, for my heritage that comes from the Cherokee and the Creek, I would have to ignore them as well. And all they suffered and all they overcame and all they created, just so that I can agree to your stance on it. No. The majority of my ancestors are from Africa, and I will be damned if I allow for their history to be trampled on and trying to be connected to this religion, because they would practice ancestry worship closer to what Ifa is today. So that is why I only give any credit to my Orisha, which is Isa, who is Eshu, but not that I believe in that either. So y'all have a great day, and always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.